Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy, and it's been a little while since I've worked on this drawing. I was away for a while, and I actually planned to do the second video before I went away on my anniversary trip, but that did not happen. So now we're back at it. We are back in action. I'd really would like to get this drawing done today. This guy's been like super patient with me. Grandma Emmy being grandma, being super slow. And while I was sitting here getting the video ready, I noticed a few things about it that were kind of bugging me. Mostly that, let's see, his shirt kind of felt like it was, like his neck wasn't in the right position. So we are just going to clean that up a little bit. Okay, it's not really perfect, but it's better. And okay, so it's kind of good that I took a break from this, I think, because it allowed me to sort of take a step back and sort of reassess what I was doing here. Now, one thing is I'm normally very I use this word a lot, anal about closing lines. Like here, I would normally quote unquote complete the eyes or complete the edges of the mouth. However, I'm going to try to paint the finished product of this. So I don't mind that there's like some open lines and gaps and things like that. I think it'll help give the line art some character. But normally I fill in all these lines and stuff because I'm in a rush and I need to like paint bucket in things and, you know, get my comics out and whatnot. So here is Odin. I keep wanting to say Thor for some reason. This is Odin's outfit we're going to be working on mostly. I think that's just about all that's left is just him and his raven. So actually, I've been dying to do these like decorative wings on the side of his head, or on the side of his helmet. Also, at the time of recording this, it is so hot. And I have the air conditioner on max, so you might hear it like quietly clicking on in the background. Now, I know these aren't like the most perfectest feathers ever. But I kind of like them, you know, they got a little bit of character, I think. I try to not draw them too like leafy, I guess, but that's okay. I think they'll look nice, you know. Please let them look nice. So like over here, this doesn't look as nice. Okay, there we go. And then Actually, my biggest thing here is not... This just doesn't have as nice of a curve as the other side did, so let's try to get that in there. Curves represent, please. And let's erase this side of the helmet and collapse that down. And then let us draw now his fist. So, I really hope my commissioners don't mind that I've been doing their work on camera. I'm putting it on YouTube, make an extra buck or two off their videos, or off their work. Also, I don't know, if I was a commissioner, I think I might kind of like to see the process. Make sure they weren't cheating, that they were legit. Perhaps too legit to quit. I'm banned. I just got banned from my own YouTube channel. Okay, so a lot of what I'm doing now is probably going to get covered up by clothing. But as you can see from the sketch, I was a little indecisive of what to draw him in. And I figured, well, I'll figure it out when I start inking. Maybe not the best way to go. However, that's what we're doing. Too late now, we're here. We're doing it like that, so hold on to your butts. You know who he kind of reminds me of? Says Emmy. He sort of reminds me of Triton from Disney's Little Mermaid. I don't know. He's just got that Triton-y feel about him, I guess. Now, one thing I wanted to do was a vein. I'm not really sure how to draw a vein, to be perfectly honest. I don't draw hypervascular characters very often, if at all, so... Ew. I hate veins. I hate veins and I hate their life-saving function. It's so funny because I feel like I'm a fairly desensitized person. I've gone through multiple phases of wanting to be a coroner or an embalmer, so I've really desensitized myself over the year to like violence and gore and things like that. But whenever I see veins, I'm like blah 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 blah. I know for a lot of people, like eye horror is a big thing, like eyes being like poked out, you know, or nails being pulled off, but that stuff has never bothered me, like at all. But everything else pretty much has. Okay, so let's make this the blue layer, make this the black layer, and we'll draw some clothing. Now, when I was looking up references, I saw a lot of different types of clothing. I'm going to try to do like a lot of fur and belts and leather. And we will see how that looks. And my dog is barking in her sleep and it's super cute. Oops. Put some studs on here. So, one thing I just wanted to make a public announcement. I have gotten so many requests for commissions lately, and I mean so many that I can't even reply to all the messages. And I frankly just cannot take any more commissions right now. I'm just about finished up with these last two, and then I really have to go pretty balls to the wall on my comic. In fact, I might be doing some videos of it. I've got some stuff in the works. I don't like doing my comic on camera for the plain and simple fact that it's kind of monotonous work. Like, more monotonous than my Red Line Tuesdays. Meaning, like, I sit there, you know, I draw the same characters over and over. It's a lot of the same kind of discussion over and over. At least with my Red Line Tuesdays, I can sort of like find a few different things to talk about in each episode just because it's not like every piece of art is different, you know, whereas like with my comic it's basically the same thing over and over. However, I'm kind of realizing that I'm missing like a good opportunity for education, not only about like my methods but about the comic itself, sort of like my own form of advertising. And to be honest, I don't really talk about my comic that much. Like, I mean, like the story and the characters and everything, I just sort of let it speak for itself and move on to whatever work I've got to do, you know. And it'd be kind of fun to have that, you know, to talk about, to use those videos as a way to like discuss stuff in the plot or about like the characters or different concerns I have or, yeah, whatever. I recently got an account at a website called Patreon, which allows you to, it's kind of like a mini Kickstarter where it lets you donate small amounts towards like little goals, like where like you could say, I want to sponsor a page for like 5 cents or whatever. You could like, I think you can donate however much you want, but you can set up like bigger, more elaborate goals. Like, for example, with my comic, I was thinking like you could donate to request a certain kind of like cheesecake art. Like I want a drawing of, I don't know, 2 of the characters having a picnic or something goofy like that, and you could donate like $20 towards that goal. And then you could get like a mention or get like previews of it as I work on it. So it's kind of a cool idea, and it would allow me to escape commissions as a form of income while I'm working on Trying Human. Obviously, once Trying Human's done, I'll have to think of something else to do. Probably another webcomic, but I just think the idea is like really, really cool. And should I do it? Should I draw a nipple? You'd think it would get cold. He's like from a Scandinavian country, for God's sakes. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. This will be armor. We'll like make it gold or something. How about that? And I think I'm also gonna like line this in fur. But anyway, I have the website. It's not totally set up yet. Like I have the stuff. Like I have the account basically, and I'm still trying to think up goals, like different donation things. Now that doesn't mean my comic is going to become like a pay to see pages kind of thing. It's more or less just going to be, if you want to help me out, if you want to put money towards pages or projects related to Trying Human, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Because I know there's a lot of people who like, they donate, but they don't want anything. Like they don't want to buy prints or pins or any of that. And I totally get that. I'm sort of the same way. I'd rather just give you money than actually buy anything from you, as weird as that sounds. I don't have much room in my house. So, in fact, this weekend I'm getting rid of a ton of stuff at a garage sale, and whatever doesn't whatever doesn't sell is going out of the house forevers. Okay, so I'm going to do more fur. More fur! I'm thinking a vast majority of this is going to be painted fur, so I'm not sure like how I want to ink this. probably also, once I'm in Photoshop, going to add some more details, like little chains and beads and things. I'd like to add some detail on his armor, but I'm not like an armor person, an armor artist. I don't draw like a lot of armor. This is bugging me right here. That was too thick. I think one thing is I'm going to put a leather strap, a couple leather straps. Just some stuff on them. I actually had a lot of trouble finding descriptions of this character. He basically just, I shouldn't say character, he is like a religious figure, but you know what I mean, this person, this dude. I did try to find some descriptions of the things he wore or wears in the mythos, but it's basically like a lot of robes and things like that, and I thought he would look a little too much like typical like Tolkien wizard sort of thing. So I wanted to do him in more of like a warrior Viking type gear, I guess, and let the crows, or I mean the ravens and the missing eye sort of speak for his Odin-ness. So I'm doing kind of like a leather scale sort of thing. Is that a thing? Leather scale? I think it should be if it isn't. It feels very Skyrim now that I'm saying it. And then let's do very simple kind of Celtic knot work. It's okay if the lines break a little bit. It'll just make it a little easier to paint. Oops. Not that much though. Okay. Let's do oh, let's see here. Oh, I didn't even connect that. Okay. And let's clean up the lines on the interior of this fur. Hold on, this is kind of bugging me a little bit. Okay. And then let's do these medallions. And then all I have to do is the raven and the stein and the strap on the oh, you know what? I think I decided I was going to do that in Photoshop. Okay. So we're just going to do the medallions and the stein, and that'll be that. So let me size up the medallion. Excuse my yawning. Whenever I draw like medallions and stuff, especially round gold ones, I always think of the gummy bear thing. We should do the tree of life. Maybe I should see if I can find an image of that and do it in Photoshop somehow. Debating if I want to. Yeah. You know what? Since we're doing this, let's do it right. Okay. I'm going to open the Googles. Let me make sure nothing. Okay, good. I want to make sure the last tab I had open wasn't like inappropriate or anything. Image.googles. .googles. Okay, and let's look up a Odin tree. Tree o' Life. Yggdrasil. That's the name of it. I couldn't think of it. Yggdrasil. It's just like a simple. I was like, just a simple, and then I get like all this. Well, that's like probably the most simple, isn't it? It's also kind of used for like the hammer too. Like it sort of looks like Thor's hammer a little bit. Like it makes you think of that. So basically, it's a tree with knots that connect them both. Oh my goodness, it is kind of complicated though, huh? Okay, I think we can do this. Okay, so let's make a new layer. And we're just going to do one side of the tree for now. So this makes me think of DNA. I bet people who do Celtic knotwork for a living are just fucking like screaming at their computers. Not too shabby. Oh, it's so shabby, you guys. I just keep telling myself, It'll look better when it's colored. Okay, and then let's, now, as far as I know, it's kind of a pain to flip things in Manga Studio, so I usually have to do it the roughy toughy way. Wow, I see like penises and faces and vaginas. This is so scary. Let's clean this up a little bit. Hey, it is the tree of life. Doesn't that look like a pig? I should leave that. No, I won't. It's disrespectful. Okay, now let's move the medallion into place. It's not the prettiest thing. It'll look better when it's painted. It'll look better when it's painted. Okay, let's do perspective. And then again, let's, oh. Don't want to keep the aspect ratio. I want to warp it a little bit. And then let's do pick this any other color but blue and or black, and then we're going to move this like that. Just gonna put some weathering. Why am I even doing it in there? You can't see it because of his beardly beardness. I just want to say thank you for being so patient with me while I work on this. Because I know what a pain it can be. I like it. I like it. And then let's do one more medallion right there. This one I'm going to kind of try to do a little more freeform. This one I won't put anything on, just for the simple fact it's a lot smaller. It's more like a button than a medallion anyway. In fact, let's just make it into a big old button. What's stopping us? Nothing. You plebeians. Jeez, I mean, you didn't have to call us plebeians. We knew what a button was. Okay, let's take a step back. Oh, I think that looks really nice. Yeah, I think he's turning out really nice. This should be fun. Yeah, this will be a fun one to color. Okay, so now we're going to do the stein. Is this technically a stein? I don't know. I don't know my beer drink holding terminologies. Okay, so I'm doing like kind of a semi-crappy job on this bird, but I want to get him roughed in before I start the, yeah, wow, yeah, compared to this one, this guy looks like poop. Oh shoot, I gotta check on my Animal Crossing town today. It's been a day. I'm sorry. I just went into my own head for a little while there. I was just thinking about different things. That's the only bad thing about having to do commentary while you're drawing is like, drawing is so relaxing. It's kind of like a meditative thing. And I'm gonna steal his head. And I'm gonna put it what? So I'm gonna take this head. I'm gonna cheat. Not too cheaty. Just a little. Just make sure I got that beak structure how I want it. I don't know why this one's all ruffly compared to the other. Maybe he's going through some stuff. He doesn't have to talk to you about it. I like it. Okay. So, last thing is the Stein, which we are semi-doubtful of the name of for some reason. We are not confident in the name of this, and I'm not sure why. Okay, we're going to have to turn the correction up a little bit here. Now, I realize that Steins are not really curved like this, but I thought it might help give it some action, some swigging action. So I know a lot of steins have clear bottoms, but somebody tells me this would not have a clear bottom. So we are not going to do that. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to shading this. I think it's going to be really fun. If I haven't already said that. I feel like I've said it a lot in this video. You know, something tells me that Odin would have to drink paint thinner to actually get drunk. And I think I mentioned this in the last video, but the effects of the beer and the frothing and everything is going to be done in Photoshop via the painting. Okay, so one last thing I wanted to do was I wanted to extend his shirt. Also, he has a tattoo that will be done in Photoshop as well. Okie dokie. Wow, he does look really ruffled compared to him. Let me get rid of some of the feathers near his neck. See if that smooths him out a little more. Alright, and let me just fill in black to a few little gaps. See, like little spaces like this. There's no real reason to leave this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, looked like he had like 18 knuckles for some reason. But anyway, there's no real reason to like leave this as negative space. It's so small you can't even see that. And let's put some beads right there. Maybe to imply some Nordic style dreading. It's all about the details. You know what, like one of my biggest, probably silliest fears is that when I'm doing these videos that people are just sitting there like, what the hell is she talking about? She's not that good. You know, she's not experienced enough. And I'm like, oh God. I'm sure though, like not many of you are really that crass, but the artiste always has worries. I want some of these like cracks and knots to be a little thicker to match the horn. Excelente. Oh, I should probably sign this, huh? I know you really should. Yeah, maybe I should wait to sign it. Yeah, I'll wait. However, I will fill this in with black. No. I saw the gap right as I went to fill it. There. Okay, I'm actually going to yawn. And then I'm going to go get a drink. Import this into Photoshop and get it all set up to be painted. Which, trust me, it's kind of a boring process. It's literally me just bringing it in and getting rid of some of the white and just little things. However, I will do this, oh excuse me, this rope on camera because I have an idea for it. And if it succeeds, I want to be taping or like filming when I do it. Okay, so I'll see you in Photoshop in just a minute. Alright, bye!